Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the lawn care. To Spencer's Lawn Care. You grow it and we'll mow it. Let's get her open for the day. I already pretty much got everything open before we started the video, but today isn't Monday. Today isn't Monday mowing. It's actually Saturday morning, and we have a lawn renovation that I want to do for my grandma who lives in town here. So she's had a lot of lawn work kind of done. I guess not lawn work, but ground work. She had a water pipe blow up in front of her house below her lawn, and they had to tear it all up. So it's super rough, not graded good, and pretty much the lawn is totally choked with weeds. So I could spray it, Roundup, do all that stuff, but it wouldn't fix the problem of super bumpy patches, not good grading. And when I mow it, it's just so rough in the zero turn. So like, I mow her lawn every week and I want to fix it for myself. I want to show you guys us renovating the lawn. So I pulled out my old John Deere 332 garden tractor. This is what I started lawn care with way back when I was in high school and stuff. So I have a bunch of attachments for it, and I beat it down really good, but then I restored it and haven't touched it since. So I pulled it out of storage. We got a bagger, we got a tiller, we got a normal deck here, and then I have a mulching deck with the bagger, a salt and fertilizer spreader. This thing actually is pretty good. I got a snowblower for it, but don't worry, I didn't bring the snowblower. Don't need the snowblower for anything in July. So the plan is head over to Grandma's, get things going with the 332. First thing I'm going to do is probably cut down the weeds and the little grass she has. Cut it down to literally nothing just so it's easier to till, easier to manage, and we get to dirt quicker with the tiller. And then till it up. I got the front loader with a bucket. Do the best I can with grading. I don't have too much weight on there to grade. Obviously, more weight the better. But we'll do with what we got. Grade her lawn, fix those ruts, fix those weird spots. And then I got the salt spreader. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use that for overseeding. I don't have a drill, but we're going to overseed it, and then we can come back and just rake it in by hand. And if she keeps up on watering, we should be good. And then weeks from now, we will get we'll get our first cut on it. So let's go run back. We'll get Power Stroke out of the shop here. It's going to be a good day, boys. It's going to be fun. A lot of you guys were asking for lawn videos, and it's not mowing Monday, but I got an excuse to get behind a lawnmower. And today is gonna be fun. We aren't gonna be just mowing. It's gonna be busy work. All right, let's get attached here. I always use my mirrors. There we go, nice and easy. Perfect. All right, let's pull this sucker out, and then we'll shut all the doors and be on our way. Nobody's in the office, or nobody's working today, so I gotta make sure I shut everything behind me. And there we go, ta-da. Got the keys, everything's locked up, and off to Grandma's house we go. This is gonna be really fun. The John Deere 332 brings back so many memories when I started my lawn care business. Started it back in high school. It was just me. She had a lot of rust on her, but like I said, I restored it 5 years ago now, and have just kind of ran it intermittently to keep her running stuff. But I decided we're gonna use her today, and Grandma's lawn's gonna look beautiful in about a month and a half from now. And here we are now. I never showed you Grandma's house because I mow Grandma's house not on Mondays, not when we're actually working and like during business time. So here's her lawn. Her driveway's super small, so I'm thinking I might, yeah, I'm gonna park in the school parking lot. So there's no school going on, so I really don't have to worry about getting in anybody's way. There we go, and then it'll be easy. I'll just move everything from here. But I brought literally all my attachments, like I said, besides the snowblower and something else I didn't bring. But I have all the attachments you would ever need. I guess the only thing I didn't bring, which I forgot to, is some weights to bring when trying to grade and doing all that stuff. But I think it should be fun. Grab all the straps off here, and we'll get her unloaded, bring everything into Grandma's driveway, because I'll pretty much use, yeah, I'll use everything today besides the bagger. But she has a lot of space in her garage, so I was thinking about pretty much leaving this mower in her garage, just so say we get washed out one day and I need to go reseed, or different things like that, and I need to grab the tractor real quick. I don't gotta mess around putting it on the trailer and off, and she has literally one car in a 2-car garage. I think that's what the plan will be. I'm gonna get started here, bring this over, and then I can actually get started with this. I'll detach from the tiller just for efficiency. First I gotta, like I said, I'm gonna drop the deck and sculpt her lawn all the way literally to dirt. Hope they don't hurt the blades, but the blades are new, they'll be fine. But I am gonna leave the front loader on there because it is quite a bit harder to take off than the easy 3-point on the tiller. So you know what, I should probably just take it off. So it's not a small lawn, and this guy's in the most, it's not a zero turn by any means. Screw it, we're just gonna get going here. Let's drop the deck, get her going, go around the yard first. Okay, enjoy this time lapse, guys, and then we'll get tilling. There we go. Perfect. Now that that's done, I'm going to throw the deck off and then I'll grab the tiller, and it'll probably be perfect with the front loader that I have. And then I think when I'm grading, I'll just keep the tiller on there. Tiller weighs about 350, I think, 250. 300 pounds, so it's gonna help me a little bit, keep her down, keep her nice and level, because you just need some weight on there. I threw the ag tires on the front for this too, so hopefully this will help when I'm grading and doing all that stuff. Here we go, got her disconnected. Now just nice and easy drive up it. Oh, there we go. I'm always so worried about just hurting it, but it seems like it, it's meant to do that. It doesn't always just feel right. All right, there we go. We got the tiller on, raised up. I love this John Deere. It works so good, and it's probably just about perfect. All right, here we go. One of the biggest things I do when I till, sometimes I go too fast, so I kind of got to remind myself, just go slow. I might go over it twice too if I do go too fast. So let's get her turned on here. There we go. Nice and easy. Lower down. Watch the old concrete. All right, there we go. Come on, buddy. Nice and easy. Nice and slow. So about 1-2 mile an hour. She seems to do just fine at that. I got RPMs pretty high for it, and it's still in really good. So a lot of people are always like, you got to use Roundup. You got to just totally kill the weeds, and so they don't come back. What I found when I do lawn renovations is you really don't have to fully kill everything. Typically I've had a lot of success with just coming in, sculpting the grass, and that way you don't have to wait on the Roundup too, and you can just come in and get her started right away. So there we go. She's doing good. Some things I don't think I have to be. Everything should be below 6 inches. I probably won't even go past 4, so I should be fine. I guess I didn't call 1-800-DIG, so I guess they don't even mark internet lines. Everything else would be way too deep. What am I worrying about? We should be just fine. There we go. It seems like weight's good with the front loader in the front, and I feel pretty balanced. I'm not popping wheelies or anything or nothing like that, so we'll just keep cruising right along here. And then the grass on the side, that was renovated last year by the lawn company, and so that's totally good, and it's not rough at all. No work was done to that. It's just this main area over. I guess something I got to think about is tree roots, which I think we should be fine. There was none sticking up visually, but who knows? There could be 1 or 2 below, but typically you see the dirt kind of rising up above the tree roots, and I don't see that. So I think we'll be fine, but who knows? And there we go. We'll cruise right along here. Grandma's house I think it needs a new paint job. I was trying to tell her that, but maybe I'll just power wash the south side, which is it's the north side. I got turned around there, but the north side, the side that we're looking at right now, is got quite a bit of algae and moss growing on it. So typically the north side does, because it doesn't get that much sun, but I'll probably take care of that for her. I told her she needs to get it painted, and I ain't no painter, but I said she needs it done. There we go. And then, like I said, for you guys wondering how I'm going to seed, I got the salt spreader, and I just got a bunch of bags of Kentucky Blue. I got a little bit of rye mixed in the shadier spots, just in case. The Kentucky Blue likes a lot of sun, and so the rye does really well in the shade. And these are pretty big trees, but I think it'll sprout right up. It'll be just fine. The nice part is watering should be pretty easy, and it's gonna give her something to do, because sometimes she gets bored, but she'll have fun watering. It'll get her out of the house, get her moving. And what I did for her is I built an above ground watering system. So typically you have in-ground irrigation, and it's super nice, super easy. You can set it on timers and stuff. It's really expensive, and your lawn doesn't already have it, and I don't really know how to set that up, but I know how to make it above ground, and it's just I have a bunch of hose bibs hooked up to each other on sprinkler heads, and right next to all the sidewalks, which I'll show you when I'm done. There we go. We got our first pass on the outside, and then I'll just keep going and doing all that. But the above ground watering system is super nice. It's super cheap, and she just needs to go outside, turn on her faucet every 2 hours for about 20 minutes, and then everything will be soaked. Probably not 20 minutes at the beginning, but just keeping the ground nice and moist. And the shade will help. The shade will help, especially if we don't get too much rain. I'm going to quickly time lapse this. Enjoy this, guys, and we'll get her knocked out real quick. All right, there we go. We got her all tilled up. I only had to go through it once. I went nice and slow, and then it worked out pretty good. John Deere 332 did great. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna actually start grading. The tiller did really good. There's a few spots that kind of were extra sunk in, and I couldn't bring the dirt. I tried to, like, when I was tilling, to like bring in dirt to spots I knew, but a few spots along the sidewalk I just need to till back, I guess. Put the bucket down and just go back and try and work it back in. There we go. Drop her down. Go just like that. So it's kind of just like the corners that have a bunch of dirt piled up, and I kind of need to drag it back. But the sod tore up really good. I think just mowing helps a lot. Just helps it get a little weaker. But sod is sod, and it takes a little bit of work to kind of get it to where you want it. So I'm gonna keep grading, keep leveling all this out, and then I'll catch back up with you guys once I'm done. Pretty much around all the sidewalks and a few, like, around the foundation a little bit. But see you guys once we're done. All right, there's that. I'm gonna throw off the tiller. I'll keep the front loader on. Really no big deal. It should be just fine. There we go. And then I'm gonna get the salt spreader, and I have 2 bags of Kentucky Blue. It's actually probably a little too much. I'll probably only use 1.5 bags, then keep the other half bag around, like I said, in case we get a huge rainstorm and it all washes out, which would be absolutely terrible. And I gotta come back, reseed, or at least seed a few spots that I know got washed out bad, or like spots around the gutters that the gutters go out into the yard. Really can't do much about that. I've been thinking of ways, because when it pours, right, all the rain goes down the end of the gutter spout and it goes into the yard. Well, there's seed right there that's loose seed. It's just gonna pretty much erode that whole entire spot in the lawn and tear it up. So I'll bring an extra bag with me. Excuse me, I'll keep an extra bag around just for that reason. And or say it gets too dry and things are dying out, and grandma forgets to water the lawn one morning. It's a 100-degree day and it dries out and just cracks. So it's tough. A lot of water in it. I told her it's gonna be you extra $100 on the water bill, because it's gonna take. But like I said, I got the system set up. She should be able to handle it, and it should be pretty easy. All right, so I just got the seed spreader. It is technically a salt spreader, like I said, but I'm gonna call it a seed spreader because we're spreading some seed. But like I said, I'm gonna run around here. This part should literally take 2 seconds. I really don't even need it. I could have spread it with a little hand spreader. This is a very small lawn for the spreader that I have. I'll just go over it once or twice and then rake it in, and that'll be it. Should be perfect. I love that we have sidewalks to kind of like keep everything in. That should help out a little bit. There we go. It's time to spread. We'll get spreading here. All right, there we go. We're off. We're spreading. Like to keep a decent speed. There we go. Keep her spreading. But I got to get good, even, full coverage. Honestly, it's not a huge deal if it's not super even. As long as I got full coverage, I should be good. There we go. She's thrown. You can't really see it, like the seed color is so small, but she's putting it down. We'll go around the outside here. It's like I said, like it's gonna literally take 2 seconds. Just have to make some passes. Like I could be done and out of here, and grandma wouldn't even have the cookies out of the oven, and I'll be that quick. So we're gonna run around the sides. There's a few spots where I couldn't get the grass like right up next to the tree. I couldn't till like that spot really good, and there you see right there, the tiller didn't get a little spot right there, but it's literally not a big deal at all. There we go, scooting around. We'll fly through here real quick, and there we go. We are done. I'm gonna throw down a starter fertilizer as well. That's also a weed killer. Now the weed killer only lasts 30 days. It's a granule fertilizer. It's not a spray, so really good for stuff, and it won't hurt the most. For you can't throw down normal fertilizer with this starter seed. You gotta throw down the special one with the special thing in it. I don't know I kind of forget what it's called, but there we go. We're all out of seed. We'll get loaded back up, and we'll come back for our first mow in hopefully 40 to 60 days. Grandma stays on top of water, and it should be all good and set. But there we go, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, make sure to smash the like button. I'll be back to mow it. It'll be a fun mow, like mowing the lawn for the first time. Obviously, we're going to let it totally overgrow before we come and mow it. Because, one, you don't want to stress the grass too much. And I will raise this deck as high as it goes. I think it goes 4.5 or 4 inches, which is plenty. And we can actually mow it at 3, but I never do. The least stress, the better. And I'll actually, say the grass is 4.5 inches. Like on the dot, I'll come in that day and do 4.5 inches. And then just barely take anything off. Then 3 days later, come down to 4. And then like a week later, come down to 3, and then we'll be set at whatever setting we have. So looks good. Seeds in it. We'll rake it over here real quick, get all this stuff out of grandma's yard. But like I said, guys, thank you so much for watching today's episode. Smash the like button. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know what you thought of John Deere 332. It's a beast, man. I love it. Garden tractor. It's awesome. It's a deer. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.